Hello, my name is William James. I'm the host of the Bald Book Geek. All of infos and links are in the description below. So how are all of you? Okay, so Venom 2 came out recently. And I want to say, absolutely fantastic film. Love it. I love the Venom films. I'm not a big MCU fan, but Venom's really good. I just wish it had been a slightly older. I feel like they held back because of the age rating of the film. But critics jumped at it because it wasn't political. And I'm going to say something really controversial. Not everything is about politics. Not everything has to have politics or real world issues reflected into it. We currently live in an age where, and I'm going to be honest, people want escapism. People are sick of real world politics. People are sick of hearing people whine incessantly. And it's ridiculous. Like, we live in an age where so much is happening that we're just at that tipping point. And people want escapism from the real world. It's not a happy time right now, and a lot's gone down, for whatever reason, whatever side you're on. And there is nothing wrong with being apolitical in any way, shape, or form. And it's frustrating that critics and the blue ticks on Twitter want everything to be about politics and real world issues and all of that crap. And it really doesn't need to be. And I know, controversial. Right now, we want escapism. I think the movie-going general public want escapism. They want to get away from the real world and not have the real world reflected at them. And in fairness, bad writing, stuff like that, it's a thing. But what I want to put into the mix is that, okay, I don't like the MCU for so many reasons. Brie Larson is one of them. But what I will say is that sometimes, and this is, again, controversial statements from me, not everyone wants to see Black Lives Matter or gender issues or sexuality or politics on both sides just thrown at them through the media they consume. People want to sit down and get away from the real world. They want to feel good. They want to enjoy it, and they want to. It's not hard, and I know it's hard to fathom for some people that everything. And I see this a lot on Twitter and other places, that everything has to be political. Everything has to be about this or that, and everything has to be. Everything has to be this and do this, and everything has to tell this. And it's like, no. Not everything has to be about politics. Not everything has to be about real-world issues. And the problem is, film studios and television channels and all of this, they're alienating their audience with this insistence on the focus on it. Where, in another video I actually mentioned this, that science fiction, for example, has always been a commentary on politics. But there is a difference between an intelligent commentary, leaving the audience to make up their own mind, versus, we are going to ram this down your throat and make it the centre point, and that's it. It just... how to alienate your audience. Not everyone wants this. The other side of it is that you wind up in a situation of just films aren't making money right now, and they haven't been for a few years. People are rebelling, and they're talking with their cash. And they talked with their cash with Venom 2. Great, fun, just what we needed film. Venom did not need to have a gay relationship with his human host. No interspecies hanky-panky. I know some people are disappointed in that. But it just didn't need to be there. It's just... I think we need to sit down and realise that sometimes maybe we should just make our own mind up on politics rather than having celebrities and films telling us what to think, feel and do. And I apologise for the van in the background, because that can go. And it's just... honestly, people want escapism. They don't want the real world. I think also when it comes to writing, especially with sort of certain writers, that they will reflect their politics down on everyone's plate and then moan that they tell people if they don't like your politics, don't buy it, and then they moan that no one buys it. And that's an obvious flaw here. But I also think that maybe we don't want to know about your politics. Maybe we don't care that you are this. I don't support socialism, I don't support communism. But that's beside the point, but it's an interesting thing. I judge the merits of a book not on the writer or the film, not on the politics, not on the writer, on the merit of the work. And 9 times out of 10, political-based fiction tends to be crap. And that's being honest. I mean, we must have diversity and representation. Or forced diversity and fake representation, and that's a whole different video. Not everything has to be political. Not everything has to be about real world issues. And not everyone wants real world issues. It's very simple. Very, very simple. So, I want to say this here and now. I'll be interesting to know what you guys think. But I also want to put this into the mix that I will never talk about my politics on this channel because it's private. You don't need to know about what I support and what I don't support, what I believe and what I don't. It's just... why? I get asked all the time about my politics, and I'm very first refusal and go, no, because it's not the place to discuss it, and I don't think YouTube, in any way, shape or form, social media, we're not evolved enough. Actually, it was a friend, Amy Gets Lit, said to me once, we're not evolved for social media. We're not evolved enough, and it's true. And it's a very true statement. And by the way, check out her podcast. It is phenomenal with AG. I'll put a link to that in the bottom. They're watching Dynasty. But not everything has to be about politics. Not everything has to have a message. Not everything has to be about contemporary issues. So tell me what you think in the comments below. I'm probably going to get some crap for this one. But I will keep an eye on the comments and see what happens. So like and subscribe for more, guys.